Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is the show where you get to ask your house cleaning questions. I get to come up with an answer. Now, I may not have the answers myself, but I probably know somebody who does. I'm connected to the best and the brightest minds in the house cleaning industry. I've been a professional house cleaner myself for 25 years. I've made all of the mistakes so you don't have to. So, how do you ask a question? Go over to my website at askahousecleaner.com. Right there in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a blue button. If you click on that blue button, it opens up a little microphone. And you can talk right into the computer and you can ask me a question. And the magic of the system is that it will save your question as an MP3 file and it will send it directly to me here at this show so I can provide you with an answer. Okay, so moving on, today's question comes from a woman who is just heartbroken. She's had an employee for 3 or 4 years. They've become very dear friends. They worked side by side with each other. And then her employee went out on her own, taking all of the company information that she learned from her friend, and she took a lot of her cleaning customers with her. So my friend is, hey, what am I supposed to do? This girl left and she stole half my business. And she's my friend. What am I supposed to do? What are my legal rights? Well, that's a fair question. And so I'm going to answer that right now with this. It's going to happen. It happens in all service industries. I know this is not the answer that you want to hear, but it happens in all service industries. It happens with restaurants. A chef will become famous by fixing a particular set of dishes, and this particular restaurant will make him famous and he will grow a clientele. Then he decides for whatever reason he wants to go out on his own and he leaves and he buys a restaurant across town and he takes all of those customers with him. Hairstylists do it. They'll do a particular hairstyle for a particular person and that person thinks that no one else can mess with their hairdo. I know my husband is one of these people. The same girl did his hair for years. Then she decides she's going to go out on her own and guess what? He followed her across town to have his hair done because he didn't want anyone else messing with his hair. So it happens in every industry. It happens in the house cleaning industry too. There's nothing we can do about it. So I'm really super sorry to hear that it happens, but it is going to happen. It is going to happen. It's a fact of life. It's part of the house cleaning industry. The best thing that you can hope for is while you're training people right now, that you get the most help out of them while you can. Now, cream rises to the top. And if you are amazing at what you do, it doesn't matter who steals your customers. In a couple weeks, they'll be back because only you can do the amazing job that they've grown accustomed to. So the truth of the matter is, it might be temporary. But if a customer wants to go with your best employee, you can't stop them, right? The customer is not bound by any legal rules or regulations. They're free to choose any house cleaner they want. That's probably how you got this job in the first place, is they chose to leave the house cleaner they were with and hire you. So you can't be upset about the fact of the matter. That's the fact of the matter. Now, what you can do is you can brace yourself for the impact. If you've ever watched the news and it's during one of these just horrific storms, there's a hurricane coming, the guy gets on the news and he's like, hey, there's a storm coming and the wind is blowing his hair, or maybe there's rain, he's got the little hoodie on and it looks like the cameras are like going back and forth because there's so much wind and you see the trees swaying in the background. You ask yourself, why is this idiot news reporter guy out in the middle of the storm? Why doesn't he go somewhere to safety? He's trying to prove to you that the storm is serious. And he's trying to warn you, there's a hurricane coming. I need you to buckle up your house, put up the boards on the side of your house, get the sandbags and everything to prevent the storm from coming in. Barricade all of the things that are going to break or shatter. If you've got precious artwork hanging on your walls, take it off the wall so that if the walls shake, they don't fall and bust. So all of that is advice that they give you so that you can evacuate in time. And when you come back, there's going to be damage. You will have lost trees and maybe your roof caved in or whatever. But you can minimize the damage by making preparations. So in your business, a hurricane is going to come. I don't have wind and special effects behind me, but I'm telling you, as that news reporter guy, there's a storm coming. Your best employees will leave and go start their house cleaning businesses. They will take your clients with them. There's nothing you can do about it. When you start your house cleaning business and you hire somebody for the first time, you can prepare yourself like you would prepare yourself for a hurricane. These are the insurances that you put in place. These are the sandbags and the barricades that you put up on the walls. What you do is you have them sign a non-compete and be very specific. You cannot compete with me for a 12-mile radius for 2 years after you stop cleaning with me, whether you get fired or you retire or you go out on your own or you go work for a competitor or whatever. You cannot clean within a 12-mile radius of my business. Or you might put a stipulation on it that you cannot compete in this market for a certain amount of time, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, whatever it is. Get them to sign that and put that inside their employee file. Because once that's on file, now there's more of a binding contract. But now I'll be honest with you. Once you have that in place, there's really very little you can do to enforce it. If you have an employee that's going to go out and they're going to start on their own, they're going to start on their own. For you to take them to court is going to consume a whole bunch of your precious resources, your time, your energy, and your money that you probably don't want to spend chasing down a best friend. You probably just don't want to do that. It's wasteful. You would be better spent with your time if you would go out and hire a new employee and you would train them and you would get them up to speed and whatever. So don't go down the rabbit hole of trying to chase after and, try to make your employees stop. If they leave you, they leave you. You're not holding anybody hostage here. If people want to leave and go start their own companies, wish them well. That's pretty much all you can do. So it is going to happen. And my suggestion to you would be just to prepare for it so that when it happens, it doesn't smack you upside the head like, oh, I never saw the storm coming. I forgot to watch the news. I'm the news guy, and I'm telling you right now it's going to happen. It happens in every service industry. So don't let it surprise you. Just go, oh, okay, well, all right, yeah, I saw that coming. And then move on. Don't waste a lot of time and energy and have hurt feelings and be dramatic and unfriend those people from Facebook. It's completely wasteful. Just don't do that. Okay, so that's it for today. If you found this tip helpful, I'm going to ask that you share it with a friend. You can repost it, you can repin it, you can tweet it, you can, however you want to pass it along to somebody you think may benefit from it. If you have a question, head on over to askahousecleaner.com, click that little blue button, send me a message, and I'll get back to you with an answer. So that's it for today. Until I see you again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.